Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Live from Long Island, New York, from the heart of Long Island, and from the gateway to Suffolk County. It's I Love Babylon Live. I'm hoping that you are listening from here on Long Island, enjoying your summer. This is a fantastic summer so far. We have been lucky to be blessed to be by the beaches. We've got wonderful pools. We've got a great town that provides free events, and I hope that you've been taking advantage of those. If you have not, you want to go to ilovebabylon.com/events or ilovebabylon.com/subscribe to get those in your inbox so you can walk around and do all the things that are happening. My pleasure today is to have two members of the Deer Park Chamber of Commerce. Deer Park is one of the hamlets in the town of Babylon. Deer Park Chamber of Commerce, who are going to tell us about at least three of their events that they are having this month that you would love. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to introduce Melissa D. Mohan, who is the president of the Deer Park Chamber of Commerce, and Daniela, the executive administrator over at the Deer Park Chamber. Ladies, welcome to I Love Babylon. How are you doing?
Thank
Wonderful. Good morning.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for having us.
Oh man, I've Deer Park Chamber of Commerce has been around maybe a little bit, maybe a year, maybe a year and a half after we started the North Babylon Chamber, and so you have a special place in my heart because we really went all out to get as many people into that chambers. At one point, you had over 100 members, like 150 members, and it was crazy. There were so many people. So yeah, a special place in my heart, simply because one, my brother lives over there, so I'm always thinking about what's happening with people and friends or whatever. But it, I saw it come together. It wasn't. It didn't always exist, and it was probably one of the most powerful chambers when it did come into being. And I see you're keeping on that tradition, Melissa. I
hmm
hear you just became president again.
Yeah, so I was just elected to my second term
Excellent.
as president. So I'm excited. Uh,
Hmm.
this is actually the beginning of year three for me as president. So I'm excited to see where we were, where we're going, and how far we've come. We suffered, like many other entities, a lot of turnover and changes during the COVID pandemic. And essentially, 2 years ago, we made the decision to kind of restart and rebrand and rebuild everything from a brand new board to a new website to just relaunching and doing new events and just kind of freshening things up.
Yeah, sometimes that happens. Sometimes you do
Yes.
need to relaunch. Sometimes there are you got to be able to let go and get started again if you, if you want to. And I love the fact that you have uh, a decent amount of rules, regulations. You've set all those up now, and actually you're sticking to them. At
Yes.
one point, I remember there was some sort of succession set up, and I was like, I thought there was supposed to be elections. I'm not too sure how that worked out, but I'm happy to see you're doing exactly the way it's supposed to be. And you got to be doing something right if you've gotten re-elected. Daniela, um, I think you're on the silent side, but um,
I'm here.
nobody else can hear. In fact, I'll take Melissa out if I want to. Is she the president? Is the cool?
Thank you for having us. Really excited to be here. We're really excited to share everything that's happening in Chamber, as Melissa shared. There's so much that's been cooking behind the scenes. So if you're watching this, really, really stay close, stay tuned, and join us in all this fun stuff and the way we're coming together as a community. It's fun to see.
And just for a little behind the scenes,
Okay.
Daniela is our big behind the scenes. She's shy. She's being shy right now,
Yes.
but she
Yes.
is the one who is behind the scenes, and she makes sure that info at chamber of deerpark.org. She's
Yes.
the voice behind that email. She's the voice behind all of the social media. So whenever you're on our Facebook or our Instagram and you're reaching out to Danielle, you're reaching out to us. you're getting Daniela. So
Yes.
we would not be able to do what we do without her. And we are so grateful to have so many people who give so much of their time and of themselves to this organization, because without the people, we wouldn't have this lovely organization to be able to go back out and give back to our community, which is our main objective.
What's that email so I can flood Daniela's inbox with all sorts of complaints?
I'll make sure to put a label on your emails.
So it's info at chamberofdeerpark.org.
Correct.
Right? Okay, good. So that's where you want to go if you wanted to find out some more information about the chamber, and definitely if you want to get on their mailing list. She's so good at that. Sometimes I'm jealous. I'm like, how quickly can she get these out? I'll get 3 emails a week, and I'm like, I put out 3 emails a week, and there's a certain amount of work that goes into each one, and it just looks a little more effortless than mine, and I'm a little jealous.
So
So if you are
you hit
looking,
the nail
yeah,
on the head a little bit earlier by saying that we put all these rules and things into place and that there's order. I guess that happens. It's an occupational hazard when you have a lawyer as the
Yeah,
president. Like, there's rules and there's things and there's, like a
I
process of things
we
that
get
have to happen.
lawyered.
listen, in another life, in another time, I was in accounting. Okay, so for me, it's numbers. It's let's make sure we get it done. It's a 501c3. Well, no, it's a
C
501c
C6.
C6. You got certain tax codes that go with that. You taking in money, you're taking care of people, you are handling things the way you're supposed to. Please do it right. Don't get your organization shut down by the
Correct.
government. Or, and this has happened right here in town, all over, but it's happened where people are now saying, "Hey, where's the money?" And they don't know where the money is. So that's always the place where I come from with this, the treasurer, the accounting system. And so there has to be certain lines that are set up and
Yeah,
it's done well. And
Yeah.
so I guess that's part of it too, right? There needs to be an executive. There needs to be information that is being put away by the secretary, and all that stuff is put away. So you actually file that. Um, but let's get out of the nitty gritty. Um,
Get to the fun
let's
stuff.
talk about let's talk about some of those events. What's coming up for you this month? Two big ones I see. And by the way, why do you choose to have two in one month? You must have
we
a
know because
deep.
we start cooking.
Yeah,
I'm saying you gotta have a deep roster to be able to do big events in the summer. It's not normal. It's
well, sometimes
people go away from summer.
happen the way they happen. You got to roll with the punches. Um,
Okay.
you know, our end of summer soiree, which I'll let Daniela tell you more about that. That's happening Saturday, August 23rd.
Mhm,
That it's the not the weekend before Labor Day, but the weekend before that. So
mhm.
it's our second annual. And our golf outing had to do a little bit with scheduling and availability. And it just so happened to happen that they both fell on the same weekend. So I'll back it up a little bit and I'll let Daniela take the lead and tell you a little bit about our summer soiree.
Um,
Please go ahead. Tell us
thank
about that, Daniela.
No, well, honestly, I think this is by far one of our most exciting events in the year, just because you get to actually see the way community comes together. So, the Summer Soiree, this is our second annual. It's taking place Saturday, August 23rd from 3 to 8 p.m. at Geiger Park. So, right in the middle of town. And we love this event because it's such a family friendly, it's such a fun event to come where you're gonna see local vendors, live music, games, food, community resources, which for me is by far the most important, because if you've had any questions or you're looking for specific resources, whether it's in business or family resources, this is the event you want to be in, because you have people there to answer all your questions.
Wow.
We also did it to design we designed this event in a way where it's also highlighting our local businesses. So it's a great opportunity for business to come set up shop. We have vendor opportunities. So please come out, please join. We would love to see your business there. There's also great ways to sponsor, showcase the business, or even just join us. If you want to volunteer and come in on the fun, reach out. You guys know my email, and we would love to have you. It's open to the public. There's no cost to this event. Really, it's just a way to come together, connect, give back, of course, and enjoy the summer, because really it's kind of like our end of year summer party. So come
Yeah.
on out.
Yeah, we saw the need because there's a lot of different festivals, a lot of things that happen during the fall, but we wanted a way to celebrate at the end of the summer as the nights are starting to get a little bit shorter, a little bit cooler, to kind of bring together and just celebrate the lovely summer that everybody had with their families, with their friends, heading our lovely beaches and pools and parks, and just to get together and raise awareness to our community, to
Yeah.
showcase our local vendors, our local food vendors, um, our community members who are going to come out and perform for us. Just kind of pull everybody together. So,
And by the way, the beautiful venue, Geiger
oh,
Park
it's
is
an amazing
absolutely
park.
beautiful. If you
Oh,
don't just go there and hang out where the actual event is going to happen, I want you all to remember that there is a garden. There is a
yes.
garden like right there as well. It might be closed at the time you're doing this because
Oh,
I
it
think
will
it's
be
more in the
open
evening
actually.
they
It'll
close
be
up.
open.
But that garden is so beautiful. There's like a beehive over there. There are several horticultural uh, 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 delights that if you're into flowers. I had an aunt who used to st- appropriate people's flowers in Jamaica as she would drive down. She would drive and see some flower that she liked, and she would get a sample and then splice it
Blend
up.
it.
She was amazing. She was an amazing green thumb, and she would take it and set them up. And so when you came into her home, there were flowers all over, and that's the only time I've ever seen anything like that is at that those those gardens right there. It's absolutely beautiful. So that is one event. You've got your end of summer soiree, August 23rd, Geiger Park. You're eating, you're drinking, you're taking a little sip of the bubbly, you're walking through the gardens, you're chit-chatting with people, right? What is the other event? The other one is a little bit more what people would consider more of a networking event because everybody associates golf with networking. Tell me more about that event.
So on Thursday, August 21st, we have our annual golf outing. It is our largest fundraiser of the year. It's our way to get everyone together, to raise funds, to raise awareness to what we do. It's also our installation dinner at the dinner part. And this year we are honoring the Deer Park Fire Chief, Robert Macaluso, for all the
That's great.
amazing work that Robert and the Deer Park Fire Department do for our community. I know that in the many years that I've lived here, I've unfortunately had to call the fire department, but at no time did I ever have to have this fear of, are they coming? What are they going to be here? Are they've always come, they've always been amazing, and they've always did what they had to do. And we are so blessed to have such an amazing fire department, one of the busiest, if not the busiest in town of Babylon,
Yeah.
by call volume. And we are doing this golf outing as a fundraiser, but also to raise awareness for our fire department and for the chief for what they all do there. And this is our way of raising funds to support us for the entire year so that we
Wow.
are able to give back to our charities, to our families during Thanksgiving,
Okay.
to our kids during Christmas, to the Deer Park High School students via scholarships at the end of June and things like that. So this is a fun event. We think we're a fun bunch. We try to make it fun. Uh,
So
it's going to be at Timber Point. It's an afternoon of golfing, so it's not a 7 a.m. start. Um, it's an afternoon tee off, right followed into a dinner with some delicious food. And like I said, it will also be a dinner where we're highlighting the installation of our board and
Yes.
going to be honoring our chief, Robert Macaluso, as we
Excellent.
call it.
Where is Timber Point exactly? I don't think I've been out there.
So it's Great River. It's around the East Islip area.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So not as far as I thought it was. When I
No,
see Great River, I start thinking about it being much further away. But yes, okay.
no.
So
This
that
is the only event that we do outside of Deer Park. Um, Everything else we try and do in Deer Park.
as a
Even
local,
the golf
as,
course.
as a buy local, better local guy, but golf, I think we have one or two of those in town, and one is municipal, not necessarily great for having this kind of event, and the other one I think is private. So it
Yeah.
depends on what
So
it is
this
that.
is a county course.
Yes.
So we're welcome to be there,
Okay.
and
Be
we
there.
are grateful for them to have us. And
Okay.
they have really great hospitality. Their food is great. Their amenities are lovely, and
Beautiful
they are
space.
very welcoming.
Okay, good, excellent. So you should definitely enjoy. And even if you don't enjoy necessarily playing golf, again, you come, you hang out, you network, you chit chat with people. And if you've never golfed before, then come on, try it.
So we have had first time golfers. We've had
Yeah,
more pro golfers, more amateur golfers, and then we've had some people who decided to quit halfway through and head
Ride the
head to
golf
the
cart
bar
all
and
day.
meet us for a drink,
right.
ride the golf cart. And I'll say I did ride the golf cart. I did get myself really lost and confused. Yeah, it's not my thing, but I still managed to have a good time.
No, they're definitely great ways to have that. And then of course there's a dinner and the fact that this is a great cause. If you're a member of the Deer Park Chamber of Commerce, you definitely want to try to get your ticket, even if you're not making it, because this is part of how you take care of all of the executive stuff that happens at the chamber. But even if you're not a member, try to come on by, meet some people, get a feel for who they are. And by the way, um, there are chambers in town that do not allow people from other areas to join. The Deer Park Chamber is not one of those. They are inclusive. I'm broadcasting from Lindenhurst right now. I am a member of the chamber, and there is no reason why you could not become one as well. Um, when's your next meeting, though? Is that the 12th or the 14th?
It is Tuesday, August. Hold on, I gotta put up the
12.
calendar.
Tuesday, August 12th.
Tuesday, August 12th at 7 p.m.
Okay, so I did get it right.
at the Bermuda Lodge.
Mm,
Our general meetings are always on the second Tuesday of the month.
that's right.
And in December, we have our holiday party on the
Okay.
second Tuesday of the month.
Yes.
So
Yes.
we try and keep that consistency of having the general meeting on the second Tuesday. So
Second.
that meeting, yeah, so that meeting is a little bit more buttoned up. We have a spotlight where we try and highlight a business or get a speaker that comes in, and then we discuss business things like the golf outing and what our needs are, and volunteers and things of that nature. And there is a time for networking, and we always have delicious food from one of our local restaurants.
Vendors, right. But it is a collection of business owners that are serious. So if your thing is to meet one of those, if you are a B2B business or you are looking to expand your network, that is a meeting that you could go to do exactly that.
And I will tell
Daniela,
you, as a
that's,
small business owner myself,
yes,
it is a great network and a great community because a lot of small business owners are facing the same issues and the same problem. And it is a nice place, a nice safe place to meet people who maybe they've been through there and they're past that, or and they can share some of their knowledge and help. And we really are a community where we come together and we help our members.
you're going to know somebody there, or you're going to know somebody who knows somebody. If you are both from Deer Park and or Town of Babylon, and you own a business, you will know somebody who knows somebody. You're going to show up and you're like, hey, hi, how you doing? That always happens to, well, I've got a little bit of a different situation, but yes, I'm sure it would happen to you too if you show up at one of their meetings. So you definitely should enjoy that. Um, Daniela, do you have any tips for anyone who wants to join or where to tell them to go if they'd like to join?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, before I even tell you where to join, I did want to share that as a small business owner myself, there's really so many opportunities for growth here at the chamber. Just imagine the people you get to meet, the connections you get to make. And not only that, you also get a lot of exposure through all the benefits that our membership come with. So if you are interested in joining, you can either sign up online at chamberofdeerpark.org.
Okay.
If you have any questions before submitting your membership, you can also email me at info@chamberofdeerpark.org.
Right. Okay. Great. That worked. Okay.
I'm
So
sorry.
either one, you can
Is
do one of those and get it
catch
done. Go ahead.
is all okay? Can you guys
Yeah,
hear
we caught that. Yes.
me? Okay. Sorry, we got contractors on the house.
Hey, that means things are moving, things are happening. See, I didn't know that you owned a business. What kind of business do you own, Daniela?
So I am a digital strategist. I help people leverage social media. I'm also a content creator, so I help businesses create all their content and batch content for their business. So
That's
basically, I help you save time and get savvy online.
that's what it is. You're both a generator of media, and you are also assisting them to get money out there, but you're also getting the word out. Listen, local businesses, if it's the one thing I say to people all the time, over and over and over again, you've got two problems. And number one, as a small business, is that nobody knows who the heck you are. You're not McDonald's, okay? You're not the Godfather, so everybody knows you. You have to go out there and make some sort of splash so that people who know who you are. And right now, where the traffic used to be, hey, I have a great corner on Deer Park Avenue, and you can see me over there. Blah blah blah. No, no, no. Traffic now is Google. Traffic now is Facebook. That's where people are seeing you because unfortunately everybody's like this all day, 24/7, constantly. So you do have to put that out there. And I see you guys have your website going. You've got your stuff going. There's a group for that everyone is allowed to join. It's not just for the chamber members. So
Yeah.
if you wanted to network inside of that group, and I know Daniel's the one
Yes.
who
So
admins that as well. I'll be sending posts in there of this thing later on, so just look out for it so you can you can do it. It's gonna come on the Isle of Babylon. It won't come after under me. Um, Melissa, didn't you have some additional things that you're taking care of for the chamber too that you wanted to tell us about?
Um, so I just wanted to talk about how you can get involved with the chamber in general.
Okay, okay,
So if you want to know more about us, you want to see what we're doing with the chamber, you can always attend our events. You can reach out to us online. You can attend one of our networking meetings. Usually we have 2 meetings a month. We have our general meeting on the second Tuesday, and we have our networking meeting on the fourth Thursday.
right.
This month in August, the networking meeting falls on our golf event, and we're also having the summer soiree. So we're kind of skipping
You're
a
doubling up.
traditional networking meeting, and we're going to have our two events.
Yeah,
Um,
you
and
can
there's
be
also
forgiven
yes,
for not
and
having a
also
networking event this week.
if you can't come in person or you're not sure what to do, there's a ton of ways to sponsor both of the events.
Okay,
Um, we have a ton of personal and business sponsorships available on our website for the golf event, and the
excellent.
same as well for our summer soiree.
Okay,
As you said, that's kind of what helps us keep all the executive stuff going on. So that way we can keep moving towards helping our businesses and our families and our not-for-profits right here in Deer Park.
that's right.
Um, so I think that's about it for now.
Okay, good. Excellent. So, if you are looking to do something fun this month, and if you got to tell you, there are so many events. I don't know what happens in June. Maybe people are still taking care of kids. Maybe in July they go for a vacation or whatever it is. But come August, the amount of events, I was trying to run them through the system, and this morning, my website went 503 error. You're adding way too many. System unavailable for like 5 minutes because there were so many events, and because I sent out an email this morning telling everybody about them, and I think you all broke my frickin' website this morning. So go and take a look regardless. I think it's ilovebabylon.com/August 2025 and has all the events, including the 3 events that the chamber is having this week: general meeting, their summer soiree, and their golf outing. All of those are things that you should definitely check out.
Thank you.
Um, Thank you so very much, ladies, for
Thank
showing
you.
up,
for
for
having
hanging
us.
out, for
Thank you.
telling us so much about what's happening over there in Deer Park this year. And so, ladies and gents, if you are looking to get involved in your town, this is one of the places that you could, especially if you live in Deer Park, but not necessarily exclusively if you are here in the town of Babylon, or even if you're in, say, Huntington or Dix Hills, you want to come down and hang out with us, come check out chamberofdeerpark.org for the Chamber of Deer Park in general. All right, ladies and gents, Melissa and Daniela, thank you so very much.
Thank
All
you
right.
so much for having us.
All right, you take care.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.